Hello, my name is Mayan Shah with RVMax.us, and today I have this 1998 Prevost XL45 converted by none other than Liberty Coach. So today I'm going to take you on the exterior, interior, and then I'm going to give you my perspective on how the coach drives. So let's get started. Up front, it's actually in excellent condition. It's got buttons where you can mount a bra if you'd like to protect it from rock chips and bugs if you'd like to. Now there are a few little dings. If you look at it from the right perspective, very small dings up here. Nothing out of the normal for a coach this age, but it's actually in pretty good shape considering this is front. It was probably protected by a bra for most of its life. Now, the previous owner actually converted a lot of the lights to LEDs. As you can see, the headlights are LEDs, as well as the fog lights. Now, these are running lights here, which look pretty nice, but the inside fog lights are also LEDs. The glass is in good shape. Now we do have a little rock chip right here, but it looks like it's been sealed, so it should not spread at all. I actually didn't notice that until we did the first take and I saw it from the right angle. But other than that, as far as the driving perspective, you cannot see that. Let's take a step around the side here. Now behind these panels, there's a lot of components and wiring and fuses for your chassis side stuff, so like your indicators, your fog lights, your headlights, your windshield wipers, things like that. And there's actually a beautiful little schematic for that all on this panel when it opens up. Check out our pictures if you want to see that. You have to unscrew these here to look at that. Now, the exterior is in actually amazing condition. The previous owner kept this in a climate-controlled garage. So when he was not using it, this thing was properly kept. And he was actually an Air Force pilot. So if you're familiar or have any friends who are pilots, you know how they maintain their things, especially an Air Force pilot. So the coach was always taken to, I think it was Luxury Coaches of East Tennessee, which has a fantastic rep when it comes to maintaining high-end coaches like these. Now this is a full pass-through storage here that has two slide-out trays, one for the passenger side here on the other side, and here we have a driver slide-out tray. Now we have an outlet right there as well as a fire extinguisher. You have a shore power breaker right there. Let's shut this. All the shocks for these compartment doors are in excellent condition. As you can see, I kind of struggled there shutting that compartment door. I'll swing up. Now it's got two 4,000 watt magnet inverters, so you can run your bus airs off of your batteries if you'd like. Over to the right, I believe this is the radiator for the generator. All kinds of electrical components for your coach side electronics and gadgets, which this coach has a lot of. Now again, we're going to take a look here at the condition of the paint. Excellent condition, showing no signs of checking, no scratches from trees. I can maybe see some very faint scratches from trees, but not really. They're mostly non-existent. It's in excellent condition. All the rivets look great. This bottom piece, all the shiny metal looks really nice. It's all aluminum. I was thinking about getting it polished, and if we do that, you may have to wear sunglasses while looking at this coach. Now right here, we have all our sewage and gray tank drainage system, as well as controls for filling your water tank. As you can see right here, you have a gray water bypass. Now you can dump your tanks from either side. This is your port side. I think this is your port side, and the aft side is on the other side. I could be wrong, but either way, you can dump your gray and black tank from both sides of the coach, as well as plug into 50 amp power service from both sides. Now behind this panel right here, we have a 20 kilowatt diesel generator. Now notice it's on 4 airbags. So when this thing runs, you actually absolutely do not feel it from inside the coach, which is amazing, and you barely feel it. We have coaches that have 8,000 watt generators that are significantly louder than this 20,000 watt generator. Now it also is on a slide out tray here, which is really nice. You can slide it out, access it very easily. Which is different from some other Prevosts that I've seen where it's stuck in there. You can't slide it out, just like most normal generators. Now I believe it has about 4,500 hours on it. Let's see. Yes, it's got 4,502 hours. And these generators will go a very, very long time. They're built to run a lot. So 4,500 hours does not scare me at all. That is not many hours on this kind of generator. Just gonna shut it. Again, and also the airbags here are in great condition. A lot of times you'll see older Prevosts like this that have not been maintained properly. And you'll see airbags that leak, they're old and dry rotted. And these look great. There's no leaks whatsoever. We had the generator running for a few hours. And again, it's something you have to experience in person. If you're inside a Prevost with the generator running, you know what I'm talking about. And until then, you really can't judge these coaches based off of other lower non-Prevost conversions coaches. Back here, we have our main dually, rear dually, as well as our tag. Now it's got Michelin tires all around that are about 4 years old, showing no dry rot cracks and have excellent tread. Again, paint super glossy. Now it's got Zip-D awnings all around, so all the window awnings, as well as the main patio awning, which we'll talk about more later, are all Zip-D and have aluminum shrouds to protect them while they're closed and rolled up. Right here, we have quick and easy access to one of the radiators on this coach and a few others that are hidden behind it. Everything is built with quality on these rigs. And right there is a small compartment that you can access more things in your engine if you'd like. Now we come around back. Again, note the LED taillights here. These are LEDs, all of these, including the reverse lights, as well as this center. I believe that's a tail light, so when you press the brakes, that will come on. Now, this, of course, is a side mount radiated coach. So this is mounted with a Detroit Series 60 motor, which is a lot better than the previous engine they had in these. I forget the exact Detroit model, but this one makes a lot more power. I think this is around 500 horsepower, 515. Check out this turbo. Now I've got massive hands. If you meet me in person, you'll love it. But look at how big this turbo is. It's just so cool seeing a turbo like that. I'm honestly very excited to drive this coach a little later. My dad actually personally went and picked this up. All right, I just noticed something, so I wanted to do a retake. Up here, it shows your temperature, which is pretty nice on your motor. You got a few other nice gauges here that are useful to mechanics, or if you decide to work on it on your own. Now, like I mentioned, this is a 12.7 liter Detroit Series 60. Just pop that in, close it. It's a really satisfying lock. Now this coach has a 10,000 pound towing capacity. And of course this is a Liberty coach, Elegant Lady. And you have this beautiful little mud flap here that says Elegant Lady down there. Let's take a step up on the roof here. By the way, I noticed this as I'm walking up here on the roof too. Very nice, well-built ladder. Now this has an aluminum metal roof. It's in excellent condition, looks shiny. Looks like it's been clear coated as well, because I've noticed over here, I'm not sure if you can see it, some of the clear coat's coming off a little bit up here, but no worries, it's okay. That's pretty common up on top of these coaches. Got a spotlight. This thing has an amazing horn. It's got a super loud bus horn, and on top of that, it's got 99 tunes. It's got this thing called an ultimate horn. Super cool. I've got a dish, little tailgater thing here. Your satellite dish. Got an antenna. These look to be upgraded and much newer. Roof is in excellent condition on this coach. Steels look good as well. Seals look very good. Check out the awning top. Not the awning toppers. The window awnings here. Fabric looks good. I mean, it's a little dusty, but besides that, the condition of them, which is what matters, looks good. Looks very good. All right, not much to say about the roof here, besides the fact that it looks excellent. All right, I'm gonna take a step back down on the bottom, and that completes it. Another cool thing, I think I forgot to mention that, it's got a Life is Good on the back here. That's pretty awesome. And by the way, that is an upgraded backup monitor camera. So not the original one. It's a new color backup camera, but the Life is Good looks fantastic. It's exactly what you're going to be thinking when you're going down the road if you decide to purchase this coach. Life is good. You got a nice new to you Prevost. It's in excellent condition, and you're about to hit the road and travel wherever you want on it. But I'm going to start here in the back. Right here, we have more access to the engine, as well as a 12 volt cutoff and a 24 volt cutoff right there. I believe this right here is your compressor for your air conditioning system. Now it doesn't blow very cold, so I think it needs to be charged up. I'm not sure, but really, if you're running down the road and it's hot and you're trying to cool your coach off the dash air, you may not want to be looking at a Prevost right now. Now we're on the passenger side here, and we see the dually again, as well as our tag. It's got Alco aluminum wheels all the way around. They're in excellent condition. Again, paint's looking great. The colors are excellent on this motorhome. Looks pretty amazing. Again, the condition of this patio awning is in excellent shape. Showing no cracks, no fading, no rips whatsoever. And like I said, it's got that aluminum shroud cover, so when it's closed, it's not sitting there getting eaten up by the UV rays, things like that. Right here, we've got the monitoring system for our tanks, as well as it's got one of these on the other side and a few more on the inside of the coach as well. So right here, you've got a nice little outside shower. Very high quality outside shower, not plastic. And you can actually open this up, which is pretty cool. Back there is your water heater, and right here is your water pump. This coach creates fantastic water pressure. As you can see, that's a huge water pump. Let's go ahead and shut this. Now you have more controls here. Look, starboard dump, water tank fill. It's got a macerator, just like on the newer coaches. Even though this is a 98, it's got a lot of features that even newer coaches don't even have now. The Prevosts have always been on the absolute cutting edge as far as technology goes. Oop, didn't shut that. And they'll put amazing features in here. For instance, you can run your air conditioners off of your batteries. Now show me a brand new coach right now that can do that, maybe besides a Prevost and a few other, one or two other coaches. Because really most coaches that are newer cannot do that unless you have a Prevost. And right here, this is really cool. You have an outside grill. Now this is an all-electric coach, so there's no propane. This is an electric grill here. And right here, it looks like there's probably a TV here in the past, but it's still got the outlets and you've got the cable and things, so if you'd like to put a TV, you can. We've got little drawers here, storage compartments. One more down here. Oh, look at this. I believe this is your, I'm not sure what this is. This may be for some windows, or these are little covers with buttons. So, not sure. Extra accessories that go with the coach. Just back down. Again, air shocks on these doors are in great shape. The paint out here is in great shape. Now here's that front pass-through storage compartment. Again, with your slide-out tray. Locks in place. Right here, we've got more storage. Even these outside storage compartments are built with quality. They really did not cheap out on anything. And I mean, everything feels very well built out of great materials, very little plastic throughout the coach, inside and out. Now, it has a doorbell, which is pretty cool, as well as a keyless entry keypad. Before we take a step inside here, check out it's got tile on your steps. It looks super luxurious. Let's take a step inside this coach. All right, we're on the interior of this coach now, and the first thing you notice is how glamorous it looks in here. We've got this beautiful chandelier over here, lots of fancy lighting and accent lighting. You've got mirrors. I've got an upgraded Samsung refrigerator behind me. All the tile on the floor has got tile throughout the coach, which is a really nice feature. You don't see that often in an older coach, and it's just outstanding in here. So let's get started with the front. You've got two opposing couches here. You've got black leather upholstery that's in excellent condition and showing no cracking or fading or anything like that. You've got a control center up here. Now this coach has central locking for all your outside compartment doors as well as your main entry door, and you've got the control for your entry door lock right here, and the control for your cargo doors locks right by the door, so you can just quickly open it up and unlock your doors. Now let's take a step into the dinette and kitchen area. Now check out this beautiful chandelier here. It's a really nice touch. And you've got, again, black leather upholstery on this dinette. Now all along on both sides under the windows, this is all, looks like a granite or quartz. Beautiful touch there. All the compartment doors have automatic lights that come on when you open them up. Every single compartment in this coach. Now, a lot of the lights in here have been turned into LEDs. Obviously not the chandelier lights and the accent lights, but these main ceiling lights and some of the compartment lights are actually have been turned into have been changed to LEDs, which is really nice. I've got a Sharp convection microwave oven right here. You've got a dual burner electric stovetop. And this is one of my favorite pieces right here because I love coffee. Got a little built-in coffee maker. It's pretty nice. Compact, saves space, and you can close it and keep it out of sight. And I like the fact that they have like a little vent here, so you can have it closed. And when it's making coffee, the more aroma will come out. Because nothing's better than getting up in the morning and turning your coffee maker on and smelling that coffee smell. It's got a huge insert right here for your sink. That's a pretty deep sink, and this comes off. Let me go ahead and put this back in. It fits very snugly, which means it's very unlikely this is going to rattle, and also you barely see it, the seams, when you're just looking at it. So it just looks like one smooth piece of granite or a quartz or what it looks like. It's probably quartz. Now a nice little accent of gold around here. Right here you've got a paper towel rack, more storage. There's a lot of storage in this coach. Notice here's one of the lights that's been turned into LEDs or changed to LEDs. More storage over here. Now you've got a nice, nice glass cup holders up here. It's a very glamorous way of storing it. And there's 4 on the bottom, so you could put, not these. I don't even know what these are called, but just the cup. Then something you see whiskey in. That's something maybe you'd see wine or champagne in. Wine glasses, but I'm not talking about wine glasses, like a whiskey cup or something. I don't know what it's called. I'm 19, so I don't drink. I don't know what these things are called. Now you've got more spaces right here for cups. There's some things that you don't see in newer coaches, some styles. That's one of them. Now check out the floor. It's like a Northwest, and it's like a compass design here in the floor. It's beautiful. You've got one here and you've got one in the back as well. Now as we step towards the center of the coach, we have our main control area here. Now this has 4 bus airs, 2 controls for 2 of the bus airs right here. You've got a front control for a bus air up front, and then 1 more in the back. Now you've got 2 inverters. Like I said, you can run your air conditioners off those 2 inverters. You've got all the light controls, water pump, generator. You've got auto start for your generator, tank fill. This is showing what's coming in and what how much power you're using. Obviously, you've got all your breakers right here. Now, a lot of these lights have dimmers, even with the LEDs, which is nice. Which means I think you have to change the ballasts out if you want to have dimming LEDs, which is really nice. Another upgrade is the Samsung household refrigerator. It's got a huge refrigerator here, and it has an ice maker. You can have crushed or cubed. Now, I didn't mention the Samsung Smart TV. We'll talk about that a little later. It's got upgraded TVs in here. Got a lot of storage in here. Pantry space or whatever you'd like to put in. More space right here. There's a lot of storage. We've got, there are some mats and floor mats that go with the coach. but I took them, I kind of put them up because I think it looks really good with just the all tile. All right, if you stand right there, it's got a pocket door right here. It's a pneumatic pocket door, so you flip up. I like the fact there's obviously control over there, and then there's a control on this side of the door, and they're little covers, so you can't accidentally press them. You got to really know what you want them closed. So all you do is open the flap, push the button, the little flap comes open, and it closes. It's really like being in a Star Wars spaceship. Most all Prevosts have this feature, but if you're new to Prevost, it's a really cool thing to see. Now let's step into this bathroom, and this is one heck of a glamorous bathroom. So again, you got that little compass design in the floor, beautiful tile with this black quartz or looks like granite back here. Inserts. Now check out this shower. This is one of the most beautiful showers I've seen. Look at the tile. And the amount of space is spectacular as well. Let me step in there real quick just to give you a concept of how large it is. Yeah, it's a good bit of space. You've got also these waterproof lights in here to keep you well lit. And I've taken a shower in another Prevost we had. We had a 2000 model, had a very similar water pump. The pressure in here is like household, or if not better than household. But again, this is really neat. I like the fact I take very long showers, so I like the fact that it's not just a regular circular or square shower. I've got this little thing here, and I don't know, it makes it feel a little more special than it already is just by looking at it. I'm just going to leave my shoes off. I've got a porcelain toilet down there. That is push button, of course. Now in here, this coach has a washer-dryer stack. So up top, you've got the dryer. And down below, you have the washer. Now, the bathroom feels really big. I think mainly because of the mirrors. You've got this beautiful sink here. It's a glamorous sink. Obviously, all the controls. You can dim the ceiling lights in here. Not sure why you'd want to dim the lights, but you can. You have that option. Obviously, you have switch lights, all kinds of other automatic fill. You have that gray. You've got the dump. So what's really nice, if you're sitting in here and you notice, oh crap, my gray tank is full. I want to continue taking a shower. You can quickly come push. If you're plugged into full hookups, you can push a button and dump your tanks real quick. You don't have to go out of the coach. That's very nice. Down here, obviously, you have the control for your pocket door because the door for your bathroom is also pneumatic. And there is a control outside of the bathroom, which I'm going to press to open it back up, which is nice. But there's a lock here. So if you want to lock it, you can just push this button and lock it so someone can't just open the door on you while you're in the bathroom. All right, let's walk down the hallway. And one thing I'll mention is the bathroom is completely separate from the rest of the coach, meaning we have a hallway going from the bedroom to the front of the coach. So you can still have people if you have more than 2 people, or if you just have one person. You don't have to invade their privacy in the, if you have 2 people, you don't have to invade the other person's privacy while they're using the bathroom. If you want to get to the bedroom and to the front of the coach, like most RVs, you have to walk through the bathroom to get to the bedroom. So that's a nice little thing that has the hallway going down here. Again, all along the hallway, we have storage compartments. And again, beautiful stone. I'm just going to call it stone from now on because I'm pretty sure this is quartz, but we're going to call it stone. All along here and down through the hallway. It's a beautiful looking hallway. Now we're back in the bedroom. And again, tile in the bedroom. I know that's a modern thing nowadays. 95 to 99% of the people I meet prefer to have a hard surface, especially tile throughout the coach. Oh, on the right side of our bed here, we've got a large wardrobe, very large wardrobe. And there's also a little slot for your sink cover. So if you want to keep the sink cover off, you can store it quickly right there. So let's see. Let me show you how large this is. I can step back here. I can stand in this, and I'm almost 6 feet tall. Again, automatic LED light. And this has some kind of tape over it. I'm assuming maybe it's cracked under there. That's why they have the tape there. Over here, we have this beautiful lamp and the control for the rear air conditioner. We've got dimmers for all the lights. You've got the front reading light, aft reading light, bedroom ceiling lights, you can dim it. And then you have all sorts of controls. Now, I really like this. So again, you can undo the flap to access the important buttons like your generator, dresser vista. I'm not even sure what that is on it. Oh, it's like a little accent light. Anyways, so you can lock your bay doors here, and when they're locked, it will not light up. Now, when they are unlocked, the bay doors unlocked light will come on. So when they're locked and unlocked. It's very clear. There's no interpretation that needs to be happening to know if your front door and your compartment doors are locked and unlocked. You can also start your generator here and things like that. You've got a carbon monoxide detector right by your head here, which is pretty nice. Temperature, you've got a indoor-outdoor temperature monitor, so that's nice. You wake up in the morning, you know exactly what temperature it is inside and outside of your coach. Now we've got more storage compartments. Now all throughout it, it's got these little, I'm going to press it. I think these are a different, maybe another carbon sensor or some kind of other gas sensor. It's got a few of them throughout. They fit with the coach, but they look aftermarket. It's nice to have those things, whatever they are. Extra safety can't hurt. Got more storage in here, more in here. Now, here's sort of the crown jewel of your wardrobe storage. You've got this huge wardrobe back here, simply massive. You've actually got a power outlet over there as well. Now, so you're thinking, how do you get back to your clothes that you have on this rack in the back? Of course, this is on a carousel that's electric. So you just press a button, and you've got your very nice clothes here. Then you can go all the way back. And you've got your, Jamaica beach clothes right back up in the front. So, nice control here, felt on the bottom. Good use of a large amount of space, makes it a lot more accessible and easy to use. You've got all kinds of drawers here. You've got a radio back here with an upgraded Alpine Bluetooth head unit. All kinds of storage. Again, beautiful countertops here. Now we've got another upgraded Samsung Smart TV in the back. And check out this little piece down here. This is really cool. It feels like a suede leather or Alcantara. Just a nice little touch in the bedroom here. All right. Let's step back into the front of the coach. I just want to show you that smart TV up in the front, and I'm going to talk about the cockpit area and what it's like to access all the controls in the front of the coach. By the way, this has automatic air leveling, which kind of surprised me. So up front, we've got this, looks to be about a 40-inch TV, maybe a 30, I'm not sure what size, decently 32-inch smart TV Samsung. It's actually connected to Amazon right now, so that's pretty cool. Now, sitting here in the driver seat, you really feel like a pilot, or you're sitting in the cockpit of a 747, because all these buttons are, they're bright colors and they're kind of in your face. But don't let that intimidate you. These are mostly pretty simple buttons. It's just got a lot of gadgets. So you've got gauge lights, toe board lights. So bay door locks. You've got controls for all your air conditioners in the back. You've got water tank fill. You can dump your tanks from here. You've got your macerator control here. I'm not sure why. I guess if you're in the coach and you want to dump your tanks and you want to have your macerator, you can turn it on. So that's pretty nice. You've got two buttons. You've got a button here that says Liberty Coach. So I guess these are, you can accessory switches. So if you wanted to add something, you can. Now over to the left, we have cruise control. You have your controls for your 6-speed push-button Allison transmission. Now right here is your control for your air leveling system. You can manually do it, but it also has an automatic. So you just click it over and it'll automatically level itself up. And the third switch position on this little switch is road. So when you go on the road. And by the way, this is what I talked about on the roof. It's got that cool horn. So the regular horn, extremely loud. Then on top of that, you've got this little guy. So it's called the ultimate horn. So we're on 0. Got that horn. You've got 1 through, you've got 100 different tunes you can play on this horn. So here's tune number 90. That's pretty cool. You can really make your presence known if you'd like. Back there are controls. You can dump your airbags. There's some basic controls that most RVs have. You have your, you can have a fast idle. That's probably, it's got a switch for fast idle. Engine brake control, horn select. So it's got a regular car horn and your bus horn. You've got fog light controls. Now, the fog lights we had on in the beginning of the video were the running lights. They're like the little U-shaped lights that look really cool. But it also, to have those center lights come on, you just switch it to that. And the center fog lights come on, which are much brighter than the running lights. You've got a lot more switches here. Here's the air conditioner up here, coach air, and a few other cool things. So, also, this is pretty cool. This lights up, so it shows you what's going on. 12-volt master. By the way, check out that backup monitor. That is an excellent quality backup monitor. Aftermarket, because the 98 backup monitor is probably not nearly as nice as this one. And it looks like an upgraded Pioneer head unit as well. Bluetooth audio. It has Bluetooth audio. And by the way, this TV is already hooked up to the surround sound here. So that's really nice. All right, let's go get this thing out on the road. I have been so excited to drive this coach, and I'm really excited I'm about to do it. So let's go get it on the highway. All right, we're going on the highway now with this coach, and this is probably one of the best RVs I've ever driven. Let me rephrase that. One of the best motor coaches I've ever driven. This thing is amazing. It's so smooth. It's so quiet. And now I understand why it has that extra air pneumatic lock on the door, because I pushed that button and it sucked it in super tight. This thing rides so very, very smoothly. This is amazing. I'm going to set cruise control here. Let's see. Should have looked at this before I got on the highway. I'll play with that when I take an exit. I really don't want to look down too much. We're cruising at 65 miles an hour, and it's just butter. It's like riding on, to quote James May from Top Gear, a double whipped cream, or a waterfall of double whipped cream. It's got plenty of power too. We had I believe it was a 95. The previous generation Detroit had significantly less power. The Series 60 is a fantastic engine. It's got a lot of power. It has no problem moving itself around. But this thing, as far as smoothness, quietness, it's amazing. And by the way, this is on an air suspension. This little chair has got an airbag, so as you go over a bump, the suspension will absorb the vibrations, and your seat will also absorb any extra vibrations. It's got a Bluetooth audio sound system. I talked about that earlier. I turned it up. It's pretty solid. Engine brake works great. I'm going to turn it off because I like coasting. This thing drives so well. It's honestly undescribable. If you're a Prevost fan and you've already got a Prevost, you're looking for your next Prevost, then I really don't need to sell you on this. But if you haven't gotten a Prevost and you've never driven one, and you're wondering why a 1998 Prevost costs so much, please come take a look at one. And if you're serious enough, I'll let you drive it, and you'll really understand why these coaches are so expensive when they're new and why they hold their value so much. The build quality is top notch. There's really nothing above a Prevost build quality. Chassis wise, interior wise, especially with Liberty, because out of the three top premier brands, there are a few others, and I would include 4Travel. So 4Travel, Venturi, Marathon, Liberty Coach. I think Liberty Coach is probably the top dog as far as coach conversion. Although 4Travel gives them a run for their money, their newer conversions do. But back in the day, this was it. Liberty Coach has been around longer than anyone else that I'm aware of. And holy crap, this thing is so smooth. It's unbelievably quiet. I really don't hear the engine. The only time I hear the engine, I'm in here in under these bridges, I kind of hear it. But I'm gonna shut up for a second and see if you can hear the engine. I don't think you'll be able to because I can barely hear it, and I don't think the microphone's gonna pick it up. So here's me accelerating onto the highway. It's revving 2 grand right now. still at $2,000. That's 50 miles an hour. That's 55. That's 60. That's 65. This is phenomenally quiet. For a bus, this is amazing. This is the Rolls Royce of motor coaches. So, and I have my boost pressure, important gauges like that. But with the comment of the fact that this is the Rolls Royce of motor coaches, I think it's time to end the video. And I can see why you could do hundreds of miles and get out and still be, fresh, ready to go. This thing does not beat you up. It's so comfortable. Got a nice cup holder here. I have my cup of coffee. It's got an altitude meter over there, by the way, which is kind of cool. This is amazing, the way this drives. This is why I was excited. I knew it was going to drive very well, but I did not expect it to drive this well, because this honestly rides better than our 2000 model Prevost that we had. That was a Vanteri build Prevost, H345. So, and by the way, I know it is an XL. It's a Le Mirage XL, but a lot of people just refer to them as XL 45s because it's 45 feet long. Anyways, that will conclude it. This is an amazing RV. Quality-wise, the build quality is amazing. It's been maintained by an Air Force pilot at East Tennessee Luxury Motor Coaches with a very reputable dealer. They do a lot of servicing on big high-end coaches like this one, and that is really what differentiates coaches of this age, is the maintenance of them. So in this one, you can look inside and out, crawl up under it. This thing has been maintained very well. So with that, we're going to end the video because I'm going to start repeating myself because I'm just in awe of this coach. So if you have any more questions or want to schedule an appointment to come take a look at it, please call or text 864-404-0054. Thank you so much for watching.